Hello, network members. My name is Jessica Olson. I am the chair of the network this year for 2021. I'm also the managing partner at Max and Fine Jewelry, and I'm so excited to be here with Robin Robeson. She is the COO of Guarantee Bank, and she was the 2020 Chamber Chairman. So we are so excited to have her here today to give YPs in Springfield a little bit of advice and discuss kind of what 2020 looked like and moving forward to 2021 and some good advice. So welcome, Robin. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. It's my pleasure. It's great to see you. I haven't seen you in person in a long time.
I know.
You.
Yes, looking forward to being able to get together again. So excited for that. So tell us a little bit about 2020. What was something about our community that makes you excited for our future?
Well, I'm excited about a lot of things, but what I'm really grateful, I guess, to our community leaders for that makes me excited about the future is I know that as a community, we have a really strong short game and we also have a really strong long game. And what I mean by that, Jessica, is that you know that before the pandemic, we had some big plans, some big initiatives around placemaking. We knew that, or we had really bought into placemaking as an initiative that would allow us or help us to keep current Springfieldians wanting to stay in Springfield and hopefully attract new people to want to come to our city. And so these placemaking initiatives were really important. And if you think about the Grant Avenue Parkway project, uncovering Jordan Creek, the possibility of some tournament grade sports facilities, Idea Commons. We could sit here all day and name all these great things. We had all these plans, and then 2020 hit and the pandemic hit. And it would have been really, really easy for our community leaders to have just said, you know what, we've got this crisis and we have to totally focus on that. And all of these placemaking initiatives that we had been working on so hard could have just easily gone by the wayside. So I look at the dealing with the pandemic as being our short game. That's what we needed to do in the moment. We needed to respond to it. We needed to do the right things for our community, and we absolutely did. I look at the placemaking initiatives as the long game. And it would have been, like I said, really easy to put those things aside, but our community leaders did not do that. Yes, they focused on the here and now and what were the challenges we were facing, but all in the background, all of these things were still happening to support our placemaking initiatives. So I'm just really grateful to Mayor McClure, to our city council, to our city manager, to the city's planning and development department for keeping the momentum that we had really started building, keeping that going. And I'm also really grateful to the Chamber of Commerce for coming alongside the city and making sure that placemaking initiatives were really a priority. And I think that it's just going to pay huge dividends in the end. And sometimes when we're in a situation that's unfamiliar or that we've never faced before, it's really easy to put the long game just to the side and then it never comes back. And that's not going to happen in our community. We are continuing forward with the placemaking initiatives while keeping the community safe. So that's what I'm really, really excited about.
Absolutely. I mean, it was amazing to see all of our leaders come together, like you said, and not miss a beat. And I know our network members certainly want to thank you for your leadership of the chamber last year, and obviously your continued support of young professionals. You really listen to us and invite us to the table, so we appreciate that.
Well, you guys are the future, so it would not be very smart for people like me to not have you at the table. So it's a smart thing for our community, and you guys are really stepping up and making a huge difference. So I commend the network. I think you guys are doing amazing things.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you. So you're in the banking industry. Tell us something unique to your organization that the community should look forward to for 2021.
Unique. Well, Guarantee Bank has really been focused for the last several years, investing in technology that makes it easier for our customers to bank with us, really using the channel that works best for them. And we're going to continue to do that. If you think about things like video banking technology, that was super important in 2020, more so than we could have ever imagined when we had to do things like, close lobbies. The video banking technology allowed us to still be able to connect, with our customers. And so we'll continue to do that. But Jessica, if I'm just really being honest, I have to say that I think the most important thing that we're doing and that the community should look for from us is we're taking care of our employees. 2020 was just financially tough for lots of businesses, for most businesses, and banks were no different. We had to adapt to the environment just like every business had to. And then combined with this incredibly low interest rate environment that we've been in for several years, just makes it more difficult, for banks to make money. And I don't say that for anybody to think, oh, poor banks. But it kind of all came together and did make for a very, very challenging environment. And again, kind of going back to that, what I talked about before about a short game and a long game. If we had only been thinking about the short game, it would have been really, really easy. And probably no one would have thought any less of us for it, maybe, if we had furloughed staff or reduced staff or reduced salaries or reduced benefits. And we just didn't do those things. Even when we didn't necessarily always have enough work for everyone to do, to be fully engaged 40 hours a week, we still paid everybody for that. And, it's really a virtuous cycle. We know that if we take care of our employees, they are going to in turn take care of our customers. And that is really important. The community needs businesses that create stable jobs, for the citizens, that create benefits that their employees can count on and that aren't just going to come and go, kind of willy-nilly. So I think that's probably what I'm most proud of, that you're going to see us continue in 2021, is that we're going to continue to take that long-term view and continue to invest in our employees so they can be here for the community. And we know it's really important, that we're there for the business community with PPP loans and all the other things that businesses count on. And if we don't have the right employees, if they're not engaged, if they're not satisfied with the employer, what are the chances that they're going to do a really good job for our customers? So I think that's what you're going to see from Guarantee Bank. We're just going to continue to invest in the community like we always have, and I hope we always will. So that's kind of what I'm most proud of,
Yeah,
most excited about.
that's amazing. Like you said, it was kind of a period of time where there wasn't necessarily a lot of work to do, and then PPP came along, and there was plenty of work for for several of your folks to do. And I know that it helped out a lot of businesses in our community, and everybody's very appreciative of that, and certainly creates loyalty, with customers and employees, and everybody that works for you all is just in a really good position, and I'm sure they're grateful for your wonderful leadership in your company.
Well, we hope so, that we don't have an organization without all 250 of our employees, and every single one is very, very important. And I can't imagine us without any of them. So we're just going to continue to grow and expand and serve the community the best way we can.
Excellent. So what advice do you have for young professionals on how we can continue to be an asset, through our organizations in 2021 to the community and just individually?
So you guys have asked me this question before, and I think I'm going to give the same answer maybe that I've even given before, and feel really strongly about this. But I would say we all need to be a work in progress and not a finished product. And what I mean by that is that you can just never stop learning and never stop growing. Things change and move so fast that if you're not continually learning new things and proactively really seeking out new and different ideas and perspectives, you're going to be left behind. And so organizations need and value team members that continue to bring new information and new ideas to the table. And you can only do that if you're continuing to learn and grow. And one of my favorite authors is Adam Grant, and he has a new book out. It's actually just out in the last month that I'm reading. And the book is called Think Again. And I highly recommend it. Basically, the premise of the book is that you have to continually question your own opinions and your own so-called knowledge and really be able to rethink and relearn. You just have to be a lifelong learner. I just noticed I have the book sitting right here. Highly recommend Think Again. But that would be my advice to you and really to everyone. You know, be a lifelong learner. Don't be a finished product. Always be a work in progress.
That is certainly great advice. Can't wait to pick up that book. If we stop learning, then we stop growing, and we're going to get left behind. So that is excellent advice. So 2020 was a crazy year. You were really busy trying to manage, pivoting your organization and all of the, chamber chairman position responsibilities. So what did that teach you about yourself, and what do you see for the future?
Well, I think what it taught me is that I'm not as much of an introvert as I thought I was. I am an introvert, but 2020 and, frankly, just the isolation that it brought really tested my strength. And I kept hearing, people say, oh, the introverts are going to be fine. They're going to come out well on the other side of this. But I don't necessarily think that that's true. And whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, we all still need each other. And I'm not just talking about seeing each other on Zoom calls, like we're on now. We need that face-to-face human interaction. And I need it perhaps maybe even more than I realized before. And I learned that, I like shaking hands, and that I like giving, and receiving hugs, maybe even more than I thought I did. And hopefully we will be able to do all those things again someday. But if you had told me that I wouldn't, for example, like, working from home all the time, I would have said, of course I would love that. Wouldn't that be amazing? Well, I don't really like working from home that much. It's okay every now and then for maybe a specific project or something, but not for me, on a day in and day out basis. So, I think back to 2019 when you and I were paired up with the network, the YP and Experience Professional Program, and we would meet at First Watch and have breakfast, and you would have your avocado toast, and I would have my oatmeal. I miss that, and it's just not the same over a video call. And so, I think what I'm going to do different, in the future when we can get back is I'm going to make sure that people know how much I appreciate, them actually spending face-to-face time with me. I really need that, and maybe more than I ever thought.
I agree with you. I mean, it sounds good in theory, but the grass isn't always greener when we actually get down to it and work from home. So
Yeah.
I really appreciate your time today and your time in 2019 when we did get together. Being able to greet each other with a hug, that was
Yes,
nice,
that
and
was
I missed
nice.
that.
That was nice.
Hopefully, after we get vaccinated later this year, we can all start meeting again. I know it was kind of refreshing for us to slow down and take a step back and realize what's important. But another aspect of what's important is that face-to-face interaction, and and I can't wait to get back to it.
Me too, me too. And I hope to get to see your new little one, David, soon. What's he, about 4 months old now? And
Yes.
I know that you had a really big year last year, and congratulations on your role as chairman of the network. You're going to be fantastic. The organization is really lucky to have you at the helm, Jessica, and I'm looking forward to seeing all that you're going to do this year.
Well, thank you so much, Robin. I appreciate you, and we'll be sending this out to the network members so everybody can just kind of hear your plans for 2021.
Okay, well,
Well,
thank you.
thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.